check the motherfucking tape. You guys are both telling me.
I think it was great.
Ricochet versus Matt Riddle was a good match.
Okay, yeah, nobody's
yeah,
arguing that. The fucking Inner Circle, they're feud.
Age kind of separated himself. That's why before I mentioned your.
Welcome to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Adam Baum, the Jew that leads the crew. Alongside me tonight is Rody Rob. What's going on, brother?
Hi, brother. How you, brother?
Brian walking in fucking late as we went on air just kind of threw me.
Brother?
Did I miss my cue? I don't think I missed my cue, so it doesn't
There's
matter. I'm
Brian right there,
time.
the super hip party.
I am. You can get this shirt at markedoutgear.com right now, 10% off.
I didn't expect to lead with a promo. We're not
why not?
To wrestle with.
Why not?
I don't know. I felt it. I'm going to sit down now.
Why not? Because we had a lot of action tonight, Rob. AEW brought the fucking heat.
They did.
And NXT had some stories to tell because they're coming off a pay-per-view. It's going to be an interesting battle tonight as we discuss who won Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wow. Best color man in the business right there.
No, I'm sorry.
Yell.
Look, I don't know if it's wrestling exhaustion from this long week of us doing wrestling shit. Tonight, I thought AEW was, yes, they definitely brought the heat. There were some great moments and great progression in just their brand overall. Nothing. Okay, I don't want to shit on it. I don't want to shit on it just yet.
Shit on what?
All right, he doesn't want to blow his wad just yet.
Yeah,
is what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't want to blow.
We're gonna run it down.
Podcast.
Okay.
Speaking of blowing their wads, who is on our Facebook or YouTube live chat board?
That's horrible. You check it.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll do it, Brian.
Brian doesn't have it open.
Jason Sklenner is here. Rocky Patel, the Hardley boys. Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, buddy?
Hey,
Soji's here. Sealer Stout, Anaconda Vice.
Sklenar.
And we have some new subscribers. I like to see that. Welcome, Martin Russell, Arco Rialgo, and CM Punk Fan 1.
Hey, we're almost at 600. We're at 599 right
now.
Oh, we need one more in our push.
600.
You get Brian's backyard tapes released to our YouTube channel.
I will dust them off, and I've unearthed them, actually. They were in one of those pods. I buried them deep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Bang Bus and Vile Yukon also rounding it out. So here we go, guys. We're going to run down the cards side by side and figure out who's the winner. I want to start with NXT real quick because I got nothing on the other side. NXT started their show with an undisputed promo, just kind of feeding into the little bit of the Velveteen match that's going to be their main event later. But I want to just cite one thing here. Adam Cole said, we aren't going anywhere, implying that now that a lot of them have lost the gold, we thought maybe there'd be breakups. He just said, nope. We're not going anywhere. Nobody's getting called up.
I personally think it's one of those, like we talked about the other week or the other show was, Horsemen. They were together forever. They never split up. They had that one rotating position. For me, they are as strong a faction today as they were the day they formed. There's no reason to split them up just yet. It still works. If it was just to calm the fires, that's great. But
you think that they'll actually ever split up then?
Well,
everybody's going to split up at some point.
They have to, right?
I would say, though, that if they
Cole
split up, it's because of the call-up, right?
Yeah, Cole's going to get called up eventually.
It's not going to be just a straight, just whatever it is. But now let's compare the first matches. we get our Cruiserweight Championship match on one side with Devlin and Lio Rush. My man. And on the other side, we have a Battle Royal to determine the number one contender for Revolution. Hybrid, Blade and Butcher, SCU, Best Friends, Bucks, Proud and Powerful, Private Party, Dark Order, Jurassic Express, Shima, and some guy.
You didn't figure it out?
No, I never figured it out. I never went back and checked
I don't
the
even
tape.
think scientists know.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Nobody knows.
And we were commentating live on Hot Mic, where you can go with the promo code marked out.
Invite code.
Or invite code. Right when you sign in, you got to use it there. But go in there, look at the wrestling shows, follow us there. Better than listening to Michael Cole, I'll tell you that. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start with the Battle Royal?
Yeah,
Or do you wanna
that's
start
the
with
most
the Cruiserweight?
interesting, I think,
Yeah,
Battle
let's do the
Royal.
Battle Royal.
Okay, let's do we want to go play by play, or do we want to fast forward to the final four?
I want to open up with an overall view of the Battle Royal, because the first time we've seen a tag team Battle Royal in AEW.
Yeah,
right?
who are the teams?
He just did all that. We don't need to do all
Yeah,
the teams.
I don't know.
just
I was reading on the board.
The only one not in there was Lucha Brothers.
So the point I'm going to make here is this is kind of a shit-on moment. Don't get me wrong. Now, overall, I liked the Battle Royal. I liked the outcome. I'm not a big Bucks fan, but I like the outcome. For me, though, what I wanted to see in an AEW Battle Royal was less heroin than a WWE Battle Royal.
Okay.
And I thought we had a lot of heroin in
You think
this.
so?
Yes.
It's
God,
a petty
yeah.
moment, but it's an absolute true one. I mean,
But
he's right.
It's a Battle Royal, though. I mean, that's going to happen.
But people can still be standing up punching each other. They
Sure.
don't have to, all have to be laying down.
And JR had to explain to us 3 times that while Luchasaurus and Santana and Ortiz are outside, that they weren't eliminated. He said, "Oh, there's not enough space in there," so they just cleared out for a minute.
Well, it's also good strategy to just be on the outside. Let all
Sure.
the other guys fucking.
Oh yeah,
fight,
I mean, not to flash forward too far ahead, but the winner was seen doing a heroin spot, just clutching the bottom rope for a while, seen a Santina Morella style.
So T-Hawk was with Shima.
Oh, okay.
T-Hawk.
Not bad.
So oops.
Oh, we're at 600.
We have a song.
Vile Yukon.
Can you play a song?
Uh,
You know what song to want.
Let me.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's a celebration song.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
I agree. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've torn the 9
did
to
it.
500.
We did it.
Yeah.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
We got to 600 just like that. Brian was complaining.
Not
So there
complaining.
you go. Brian, celebrate.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Enjoy it.
I don't have
RD
any.
from NC.
Let me argue with you, Vice here. Vice is saying on the YouTube live chat board, that's what happens in battle royals for the history of them. Nothing's ever changed in any company in a battle royal dynamic. Name one. Okay.
Well, there has been times where they've gone much faster so that you don't have a heroin spot. You just eliminate
The
everybody.
The women's battle royal that predated Portland to set Bianca up for the number one contendership. There was not a lot of heroin in that match. You go back, if you disagree, go back and watch the fucking tape.
But that's my point. There was a lot of quick eliminations that told the story. They didn't have a spot where only one guy was featured in the middle.
And I'm not arguing with him that for the most part battle royals have been heroin filled. What I'm arguing is if AEW is the new hotness and they're going to be different and unique and bring this whole new vibe to wrestling, hey, maybe change some little detail things like that. I'm just saying I would like to see them be less heroin-y during battle royals. It's not that doesn't mean I didn't like the match.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm shitting on AEW. It just means that I'm looking at something that I would like to see, and I'm vocalizing it.
I think they were trying to tell some other stories. They had Proud and Powerful against Private Party at one spot. And as Bang Bus is pointing out, did you see this Dark Order tease? You know, obviously you did.
Well, they're
after
handing out
they got
masks.
eliminated. And they said the Exalted One is near.
Yeah.
We've been talking about
Yes.
Matt Hardy. They're saying there's a potential that it's Raven, and he was spotted there tonight.
No, he was just in the audience. I don't think he was.
That's what they're saying. He was spotted there tonight.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
No, I know, but I mean, he wouldn't just be fucking hanging out there.
Hey,
If
this
anyone
is
thought,
what Bang Bus said.
come on, Bus.
What does Bus know?
Come on,
and
Bus.
Stike says, I agree with this, and I know Rob will jump on this grenade too. My only thing is, why can't they push another tag team besides the Bucks? This would have been a good way to put another tag team on the map.
No, come on.
He talked about the NXT Women's Battle Royal. That's how you, following up the Royal Rumble, that's how
Yeah.
you establish Bianca Belair as a true contender.
Sure.
Here you've got the Bucks going over to fight their two buddies.
Yeah, but everyone's been complaining. They're like, oh, well, I thought the Bucks were so great. Why are they losing all the time? And now they actually finally
Well,
win.
nobody's complaining but you.
Well,
and
no,
your
there is a
other
lot
ultra
of
mics,
there are a lot of
ultra
people
marks.
that are saying that.
There would have been no problem leaving the Bucks off Revolution. This is all about them
No.
having to be
Yeah.
on
No,
Revolution.
you can't leave them
This
off
is
Revolution.
all exactly.
You're insane.
You're saying you can't. I'm saying with Stike, you could have featured another tag team here at Revolution. You got a great card build. You don't need this.
Now, I agree that look, I don't like the Bucks.
Not yet.
I've vocalized that very much so that they are on TV way too much, pushing themselves. But in the context of what's happening right now, storyline-wise, moving into Revolution, you have to have the Bucks win.
Yeah.
Can you change the logos, Adam?
Oh yeah.
You have to have the Bucks win here. I mean, otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
You know
right?
how?
Yeah, he does.
Hasn't happened yet.
Well, I mean, what do you say, Brian? You agree with me, or are you agreeing with Adam?
I mean, I agree with you that the Bucks had to win
Brian,
for this
thanks,
story
Brian, for
because of the
He's going. I'm just gonna let him
Omega
go.
and Page. I do agree with you there, but I also agree that this type of spot could be used for somebody else, Brian.
I get that. I
Logos.
see what you're saying, but I still think the Bucks
There you
deserve
go.
to be on Revolution. And also, Matt has played not so much Nick, but Matt has played a big part in the whole Hangman thing and drinking during matches. Like he's the one that usually takes the beer away from him. He's the one that's done that on BTE a couple times. He did it in one of the matches a couple weeks ago too. I don't know. I just feel like it makes sense for the Bucks to be the ones that had this match when things finally do explode because they're also the ones that are coming out and celebrating with Hangman and
Yeah,
and
they're
Kenny
definitely
post-match.
involved, and that's why Rob's point is valid. JR says if Page is turning on Omega, the Bucks are decent to take the belts. Then someone will build for the Bucks after. So we could, instead of doing a battle royal here, maybe a fatal four-way or something, maybe do the battle royal for who faces the Bucks after they take the titles. Because I feel like the Bucks are going to take the titles at Revolution.
I think they might too. Yeah, I think there's no reason why to keep the titles on them when Hangman and Kenny already have this fucking feud that's about to explode. Although it would be intriguing if they did keep the belts, because then we were just getting these stories of are they going to be able to coexist?
Well, we'll talk about that more later when we get to the Lucha Brothers and Hangman Page and stuff. I want to go to the other side. Devlin and Lio Rush put on a 30-minute match, just about. I mean, it ended at 8:30. It was a great match. It told its story, but this was all about, in my opinion, getting the NXT audience more familiar with Devlin. They trusted a guy like Lio Rush to go out there and do that job because this was a long match. But it did pay off between the ropes. Had a lot of good moments. It had a lot of good spots. Both guys looked good. I don't think Lio Rush went away with this with, oh, he lost. It sucks.
I think there's energy missing from the cruiserweight division, and I don't think Devin brings it.
Well, that's why I think that's what I'm saying. They're trying to introduce you to him, but he feels like an Austin Theory, Finn Balor type. You don't inject some personality into him, there is no connection, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, I think just also
I-
he's not like a regular cruiserweight either. He does a lot of mat-based wrestling and stuff like that. He's not so much a flyer as he is.
Well, and I know
like, just
Garza's a
smaller
tweener.
size traditional style wrestler.
Garza, when he had the title, was electrifying. I don't know if he got called up because of the Andrade shit or just because of his own talent.
You're his understudy.
But he felt like he was taking the belt to some level.
Yeah.
The way his gimmick was, the way his style was, I liked it.
Yeah, he had a great personality, like I just said. I mean,
Right.
like I said, no hate to Devin between the ropes, or even
Devlin,
whatever, or even the Moth, right? I mean, between the ropes, they're both fantastic.
Mothra.
They're not letting Leo have personality. What he's doing right now, he's just kind of stiff, angry wrestling.
Which is surprising because he's got fucking so
Tons
much
of it.
personality.
Yeah, oozes it.
Spades.
I don't really.
which is why I think they put him against Devlin here,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
people might engage because of Leo's personality.
And what's going on? Can we answer also can you answer this question? Because I don't know. Like, what's the crossover with UK and NXT? Like, I know Devlin is obviously he's cruiserweight champion, so he's
I
gonna,
brought this up on Hot Mic,
right.
and I don't understand it because Rhea's a former UK. She's now the women's champ. Devlin's a former UK. He is now the cruiserweight champ. You have the grizzled young veteran showing up again after the Dusty Classic is done, and they're challenging the Forgotten Sons. I mean, so this is like either a bleed over or call up system or exchange.
Okay.
I don't know.
So here's the thing. First, I think that you two questioning that, I think, is overthinking the fuck out of it. Like, I don't think it's really that. I really don't think it's that
No,
big of a
you're
deal,
right.
right?
It's nitpicky a little bit.
It is nitpicky. But two, we didn't have that kind of crossover before because both shows were network shows. Well, now one of them is a TV program. Why wouldn't they put their talent from all over the world on one of their TV programs?
Good point.
If for nothing to build ratings in
great point.
overseas. So
What's
yeah.
up, Russell?
You know what, Rob? We're not there yet in the night, but you already got this.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this message.
Wow.
Ah.
Early, Roddy.
Ha
Holy
ha.
fuck.
Say hi to my
that
stepson.
was a valid point. I mean, we also took a show, NXT was an hour, now it's 2 hours. Why wouldn't you? I mean, it makes sense.
And also on the board, Shoji asked a good question. Said, if NXT is still doing cruiserweights, then why the fuck do we still have 205 Live?
I didn't even know we had 2.
I didn't know. I didn't
It's
know
still
it was still
going.
going.
Yeah,
I had
it's
no
still
idea.
going.
And I had no idea.
Something else for them to have on content.
Mike Kanellis and Tony Nese.
Okay,
Fantastic.
cool. So now it's time to vote, fellas. Opening matches. We got a battle royal. That, by the way, I mean, you did make the Bucks look strong, but it told a really good story a lot of the way down the stretch. Yeah, you had your heroin spots. And then you had Devlin Leo Rush, a guy with no connection yet to the audience, and Leo just doing what he does. My vote's for the Battle Royal.
Hands down. Yeah,
Yeah,
Battle Royal.
I'm with you. No argument.
Yeah, I don't think we need to
I mean,
go to the
it wasn't a
board for that
bad
one.
match though on the NXT side, but there's just a lot going on, and it's a little uncharacteristic to have a battle royal.
So we're going to fast forward here on the NXT side because AEW comes up next with Shanna versus Chris Statlander, and it rolls into a Nyla Rose promo. And I want to talk about in the NXT the women, which was Kaden Carter against Chelsea Green, which rolled into a Bianca promo.
I'm gonna let y'all finish.
So they're both very comparable here. So let's start with AEW.
Yeah.
Shanna and Chris Statlander easily put on the match of the women's division so far for AEW. It
Sure.
didn't. The bar is low.
Best matches they've had on the women's division.
One
Point
that
blank.
one that I can remember. Yeah,
And
really.
outside, in my opinion, of who we'll see in a little minute,
Cashmere.
Swole and Sheeta, outside of them, this is two of your best talents. They should have been showcased sooner.
Oh, I agree. You've had a division that has been absolutely shitting on itself since the induction of it, and you kept your best talent in the back.
Well, what's
Now, to
interesting
be
is
fair, Brian, the Chris Statlander shit fell apart with Nightmare Factory.
I was also going to say
or
that
Collective, whatever the fuck.
they weren't even. I don't believe. I know Chris Statlander was signed originally. I don't think Shanna was either. I think she was a late addition as they were.
I
as the
swear
show was
we've
already
seen
on air.
Shanna before.
Well, I know we've seen her before, but I don't think she was.
But you
I'm not
also
saying
have
she was,
Sheeta that you could use.
What I'm saying is she wasn't there originally. She wasn't
Okay.
there, so that's what I'm saying. They couldn't have built around her the entire time because she wasn't there.
and there was
but now I
goth
hope that they
chick
are.
that was around briefly.
Well, Priscilla Kelly is still there.
Priscilla
too.
Kelly, yeah.
They just brought her in.
Let me argue with Soji on the YouTube live chat board. Because AEW is failing making Baker a heel. I disagree. I think Baker is failing herself becoming a heel.
That's what Jason said.
I mean, there's this. AEW is doing. They're giving her every opportunity, more than I would give her, try to sell this character, and it's just not working.
And she was on commentary tonight, and I can't think of one thing she said.
Well, I was going to say it could have been just because we were talking. We might have not been able to hear all of what she said.
Yeah, I doubt
Spin Zone.
Doubt
But yeah, honestly, there's nothing really sticking out that I thought that.
So
she said.
before we go to the NXT side, let's finish this off. Nyla Rose, after Statlander wins, we get a Nyla Rose promo. And Nyla Rose comes out, and I thought cut a decent promo. Let me just cover some of the bullet points. This is justice. I break bitches. I'm queen bee of this hive, and I'm going to be a one-time champ because I'm never going to lose. And then we have Big Swole and Statlander both coming out to face her, kind of getting toe-to-toe. Not only do we have a really good women's match on AEW this week, but we have story and building a division here. Even if you don't like it, they're going somewhere finally.
And you know what's awesome too is that they do the promo live. It wasn't like a
Yes, it
pre-recorded
wasn't backstage.
package on some fucking Tron.
My one petty moment is Bonnie didn't need to be. Nyla could have cut the promo without him.
Yeah, I agree with that. She could have just came out
Yep.
and said her piece from the top of the ramp.
Yep.
Didn't
And
need
then
Siobhan.
have Big Swole and
It's
Chris
still-
come out.
It's a petty moment, sure it is. It's very WCW-esque. What it was there.
Yeah. I definitely agree with Brian, though. Having that out in the crowd. So it's not backstage. You can get full crowd reaction. And again, the reason I say Tony didn't need to be there, Nyla didn't do a tremendous job of fending off the crowd. She did enough of what she needed to do.
want to welcome a couple names to the board here. Val, Yukon, and JR. JR says, I actually think it's a.
We talked to both of them.
Oh,
already,
did
but
you
go
really?
ahead.
No, did you read what he said?
I didn't read what he
don't think
said,
so.
but I did welcome him.
Oh man,
Sorry, I stepped away.
I have no idea what's going on.
JR saying, I actually think it's is good for Britt. Let her fail, but hopefully make her better. I'm fine with her getting promo time. See, here's where I disagree, man. This is supposed to be top level wrestling now, right? This is the new
Major leagues.
major
brother.
leagues.
And this isn't even NXT level.
Yeah, this is not where you this is not where you cut your teeth.
No.
You cut your teeth in the
In
bingo
Evolve.
parlor in Evolve in PWX. That's where you cut your teeth.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to make it to the big game, AEW,
I agree.
WWE.
I don't, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that where his point is good. Yeah, she's getting time to try to get better. This is going to make her better because she's failing. No, you fail the lower markets, and then you bring your greatness and your brilliant. This is why the NBA's watered down, because they pull fucking freshmen college right into the main
No
league.
experience.
No experience. Don't know how
They're
to play.
green as fuck.
Don't know how to play a team game. That's why the product is diluted.
It's apples and oranges.
And to
though, a
that
little
point, Britt Baker is green as fuck.
And now I
No,
do want to be
I mean,
fair.
look at her in the ring. Stike says Britt was better in the ring. She could be a decent heel. She isn't good in the ring.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know about green as fuck. I'll say green as fuck for cable TV wrestling.
Well, yeah.
Perhaps. Maybe I'll say that, but I wouldn't say that she's
She
green.
hasn't been
She's
training her
around.
whole life. She was a dentist. That takes a lot of
Well,
schooling.
she just became a dentist.
No, but it's not like she just became a fucking wrestler last
I
week.
think
Like,
that's petty town right there. I give it to them that this is a new league. So yes, a lot of your talent is going to be kind of unknown and still growing, but you can't excuse that. You can't say, "Oh, it's okay, she'll get better." No, I need her to be better now,
Well,
or go away and get better.
Yukon saying, now, Rob, this company hasn't ran for a year yet. I think top tier's a bit much.
That's
LOL.
That's what, and I just conceded that point. I do, but they are presenting themselves as the alternative, and if you are the alternative, you better be on your fucking game.
And Sklenner adds, she's greener than goose shit.
greener than goose shit.
All right,
brother.
That's
we've
funny,
talked enough
Sklenner.
about the AEW side. Let's go to the NXT side. Aiden Carter ruined Chelsea Green's debut.
Ruin.
So now we're finally getting a rematch here. We found out about it last week. In the middle of the match, Bianca comes out, though, and says, don't worry, guys. I'll let you finish. Cuts a promo against Charlotte saying, I don't care where I get you. It could be Raw, it could be NXT. I don't care where it is. But you can't just kick me and get away with it.
Right.
I'm not just going away. I think it's a little bit of a stall, Rob, that she's just going to fight Charlotte so that we don't have to have, we have some subtext going
So,
into Rhea.
The worst possible scenario is it's a TV match.
Yes,
Even
a
if it's the
TV
main event.
feud.
Well, not even a feud, a TV match.
You're going to let Charlotte look strong in the end.
Right. So that's the worst case scenario. Is you just have Charlotte run over Bianca in a main event match on TV. The other scenario is that Bianca can't get her hands on her. Or the other scenario is that they have a match at Elimination Chamber. I think that's unlikely.
I don't think. Yeah. That's
And the other alternative is that she screws her over at Mania. That Bianca screws Charlotte over at Mania, so that Rhea can get over without losing her title and without Charlotte actually losing, and then that starts a day one feud on Raw for Bianca, who debuts after Mania.
Cashmere says Bianca pulled a Kanye. That was legendary shit.
I like what you said, Rob.
By the way, the match continued after she left.
There's a lot of
I'm
moving.
gonna let y'all finish.
There's a lot of moving parts though in your scenario. That one.
you know, and that's called good story.
Well,
Why they
the
probably
other
won't do
thing
that.
is you had Ciampa come out and ruin a match, so you don't need Bianca to do the same thing. So I like this. In the end, Robert Stone helps Chelsea get the win. I'm sure there'll be a rubber match now with Chelsea and Caden. But again, you have a little TV under feud going. You're showcasing some women who are just getting started.
Yeah.
On NXT, really. This is
In
one's fifth match and the other's second.
Yeah.
So it's a good undercard thing. The only other thing we had with the women was Dakota got told by Regal that there's going to be another match with Tegan Nox and the girl I can't remember the name of.
Who?
She's banned. The one who helped her win
Oh,
on
Wardlow.
Sunday.
Wardlow.
The female Wardlow.
I
don't know.
Reina Gonzalez.
Sure.
No, that was her name. Raquel Gonzalez. I think
Raquel.
she
Raquel
changed
Welch?
it. Raquel Welch. Yeah, it was Raquel Welch.
Great.
It was Bette
So,
Midler. Raquel Gonzalez.
We've set up a whole division on the AEW side, in my opinion. And we've got some women some TV time, and we've set up a Bianca Charlotte thing on the other side. I think that's the main takeaway there.
My win.
Who's your winner?
My winner goes to AEW. I never would have thought to give AEW women the win over NXT women, and it wasn't because of the talent that was presented. It was because they actually do something worth a fuck for the women's division.
They went
AEW.
somewhere with it.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Good job, Kenny Omega. You finally did your fucking job.
Kenny, yeah.
Brian, who's your vote?
I mean, it's come on, it's a little obvious. I'm of course going to go with 8. But really, honestly, that was, like we said, that was one of the best matches that they've had in the women's division
you
for a
admit
long
you're
time.
biased. You should run for the Senate.
I am. I'm like Nick Patrick.
Not just that. It wasn't just a good match.
It was a good match.
You added the whole thing with the division. I saw the teaser before commercial. Nyla Rose is coming out. I'm like, oh.
It is very intriguing,
but
though,
they
the
did
whole
something with it.
Robert Stone and Chelsea Green and him. I don't know if he's trying to start like a little kind of stable with the women's division. That would be
knows?
that would be pretty intriguing.
But
having a male manager.
But that didn't give us something as much as AEW would.
Right.
So AEW is up 2-0. Let's move on. This is not going to be a good one.
The board is blown away, by the way, that Rob is siding with AEW.
Right?
I have sat here and said good things about AEW since day one.
I know. I didn't say
because
it. Adam's best friends did.
Just because I'm fucking critical about things that I should be critical about doesn't mean I'm a fucking hater, you bunch of bees.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
JR says, would you put it past WWE to have Bianca win the belt at Tampa the day before Mania? No, they're not going to fucking do that.
They're not going to do it.
Rhea's not even going to defend at Tampa. That's be stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, Bianca's main roster battle.
I do get the Nick Patrick reference. He was part of the Invasion, so I know who he is. He fought Earl Hebner at the Invasion.
What a great moment that
yeah,
was.
I mean, come on. Fuck that shit. Speaking of fuck that shit, this is not going to be, we don't need to vote probably, but we have Jeff Cobb versus Mox on one side, and we have Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza versus the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Who?
What?
Really?
Good match.
You don't know who they are?
No, I know who they are.
Okay.
DJZ.
So the Grizzled Veterans win, and they call out the Forgotten Sons.
Cool.
I mean,
that happened. That happened, everybody.
Cobb
and
Mox.
we covered it. We covered it.
Now, Cobb and Mox.
Pop and lock.
We get our first look at Jeff Cobb, unless you're Brian, who's seen him in dreams.
Numerous times, yep.
Yep.
And Rob, what's your takeaway here? Jeff Cobb's debut. He loses, by the way.
I wasn't. I wasn't blown away by Cobb. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't think it was. I'm trying to figure out how to not make this sound horrible, because I liked it. I enjoyed the match. I'm never a fan of a Moxley match, honestly, but I enjoyed the match for what it was. Cobb was serviceable. Did what he needed to do.
Bro.
I wasn't blown away by it. The hype, I think, around him coming in, made me think I was going to be blown the fuck away. And I was not blown the fuck away.
Do you want to see some pictures of him?
I see pictures. You're right. I see you playing with his nipples on the.
Yep. Well, no. Don't.
Tell us about. What do you think
about
about
have told
Cobb?
them. Jeff Cobb?
Yeah.
Oh, he's phenomenal. I mean, he's been around. He's been
no.
on.
What did you think about his debut?
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is that the booking was a little bit weird. We were wondering how they were going to get out of how is Jeff Cobb going to look strong, but how is Moxley also going to get the win? Because obviously
he's got to look strong on the way to
right.
He's the number
so
one
it's
contender.
confusing. So I do like how they got to the finish. I do wish Cobb looked a little bit stronger. I wish he would have dominated a little bit more. I feel like it was a little bit too.
He lost to a
too
small
back and
package after delivering a superplex, Brian.
Right. So it was like Moxley got a lot of offense. I would have liked to have seen Cobb.
Moxley
if they were going
got
to do
a
that
lot
finish,
of eye patch fixing.
Yeah, right. But if they were going to do that finish, I wish Cobb would have dominated a little bit more. That's my only nitpick. But other than that, I really loved his debut.
Yeah, maybe it was the lack of the fact that maybe it was because I wasn't emotionally connected to him because I'd never seen.
And I mean, he only debuted. They only brought this on last week,
Right.
You know, and for people, some of who the ones that don't know or haven't seen him before, like, yeah, I mean, you're not going to know who he is.
Let's play devil's advocate for
Sure.
a second. Anaconda Vice, I don't think Cobb gave us his all because he isn't signed. He's a free agent, so he needs to be very safe right now.
I don't know about.
If you're not under contract and it is your livelihood, I mean, you're not going to go. But then again, if you want a contract, maybe you should go blow the doors down.
Right.
It's not like he's
I mean,
doing
it's
it for free, though.
catch-22. Mox is Mox. Cobb could have been better, but he wasn't. That's from Soji. He says he wasn't impressed, Brian.
Nah, it wasn't a blowaway match. It was hyped to be something much more than it was. It was fine.
And you know what?
And UConn reminds us, Cobb and Moxley fought at the G1 Climax.
Mhm.
Mox went over there too.
Oh.
It would have been maybe a little. It would have been a little bit better if Cobb had faced someone someone dominated.
Right, yeah,
been
maybe
a little bit more aggressive. with.
not lose his first match as
Yeah,
a big man, right?
Right. Still, I still liked it though.
But it was plenty to beat the Grizzled Young Bastards versus Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, right? I mean, do we need to vote here?
Grizzly Young Bastards.
I give it a draw.
What? I should slap you.
No, I give it Mox and Cobb, I guess, for the hype.
Mox and Cobb, not just for the hype. Let's not forget what happens afterwards. The Inner Circle attacks. You have Dustin come because he's fighting Hager at Revolution. Then you have Darby come because he's fighting Guevara.
Oh, well, if you're adding that part into it, and I didn't think about that, thank you for that.
I
Yeah,
mean, 'cause the
AEW gets a win.
Yeah, the fallout on the one side, Grizzled Young Veterans call out Forgotten Sons after the match. After this match, you have a melee involving all your Revolution. 3 matches of Revolution were represented there.
Yeah, I wish Moxley would let the Shield go and stop coming down through the fucking crowd.
And I wish you would go
Hey,
back to
Jericho's
wearing
got
gear,
a ticket.
right? Shouldn't he should be wearing gear. Like
No.
he started wearing gear, then he started wearing pants
No.
again, and then T-shirts. I'm like,
No.
where's it fucking end? And next it's gonna be the fucking Shield sweater or whatever. Actually, he wore a vest tonight.
Cash says Cobb should have had a showcase match as his debut.
Thank you, JR.
Again, I argued with these guys all night on Hot Mic about how you shouldn't lose your debut if you're supposed to be booked as kind of a monster.
Kind of a monster.
Yeah, I like what JR said. Got to stop judging hard for people's debuts, Adam. Look at Velveteen Dream. Most people I know didn't understand his character, and now he's one of the most over guys in wrestling.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know,
Ninja, please.
I'm judging Cobb because they put him in a highlight match without any highlight to who he is.
Okay.
Go back and watch Lucha Underground.
I'm
Go
not-
back and
I'm
watch
not-
Ring of Honor.
I'm not going to, and I'm not doubting that he wasn't good.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give the vote to AEW. Brian.
Don't even ask me.
Okay.
Because he's not paying attention.
No, because you know your answer. You
AEW. Hey,
Moving
I gave it to
on.
AEW.
motherfucker.
We're on the second hour, fellas. Second hour starts with some truly forgotten sons over here, Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan,
Yes.
taking on the Broserweights, and that's tag team champs. Guess what AEW put exactly on the other side?
Opposite.
What?
Tag team championship match.
Hey, you don't say.
Lucha Brothers versus Page and Omega. Where you want to start, Brian? I'll let you pick.
You know what? Let's do the NXT.
So the NXT side, champs win. The match wasn't very long. It was nowhere near
Well, you had some,
worth the
you
amount
did-
of commentary I'm going to give to the AEW side.
You did have a little comic relief at the beginning when fucking Matt Riddle was out there talking about 30-day suspensions. And,
He was talking about his trophy. Trophy got a 30-day suspension.
right.
I mean,
So-
it was funny.
They do that around here?
Yeah.
Or no, they said they do that around
They do
here.
that around here. That's the thing.
Okay,
So,
the promo was okay.
yeah. So I mean, I just want to give it. Don't kill the one good part about it.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
And we remembered who Brian's favorite wet dream is.
Who's
Lorcan.
that? Oh, yeah. I mean, we
Tony.
haven't seen him in quite some time.
In a dog's age.
Excuse me? What?
Lucha Brothers, Page and Omega. Holy fuck. Great match here. And we said all night, Lucha Brothers have no chance winning here. But for half a second,
For half
it
a second.
looked like they might. Buckshot Lariat delivered to Kenny Omega. Accidentally. Almost leads to a pin. Omega kicked out at 2 3/4, man.
2 3/4.
That there was some false finishes in that match for a match that we pretty much knew the outcome of. I
It
kind
had
of
you
popped
doubt-
a lot of those
Not
false
necessarily.
It
finishes.
had you doubting.
I really thought that, I forget what it was. I think it was when Penta hit him with the driver. I really thought that
Which was
it.
right after the lariat. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Like
right.
that sequence of events.
And normally, if your partner accidentally fucks you over, then you get hit with a fucking mega move. That's when you go down for the pin.
And Phoenix also, that was right before Phoenix did the splash to the outside to keep Nick on the outside.
It's such a great match. My petty town for
Not
the
Nick.
Oh,
my
Matt,
petty
sorry.
town is going to be for this that there was hardly any tag team wrestling in the concept of I got a guy behind the ropes waiting to get tagged. I mean, it was a fucking free for all.
Yeah, but there was blind tags. They stuck to the rules for the most part. There was a couple spots. I think there was a 5-minute stretch, Brian, where I wouldn't say it's like a super kick party or spot fest, but the exchanges were very crisp and were high action. No heroin in this match.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not complaining. I'm not hating on the match. I thought the match was fucking fantastic. It was everything that you thought it could be, with a little drama in it at the end. actually had doubt for a second. So yeah, I mean, look,
Well, after the match, you have a tug of war with Kenny Omega.
right. So the tug of war with
Who
because
loves you more,
the
Kenny?
Bucks had to come out again, of course,
Of course,
right?
yeah, they celebrate.
And
Yeah.
then,
Celebrate post-match always.
Adam
Yeah.
Page, Brian points out, runs the risk of getting drugged or cold sores or something, just grabbing beers from the crowd.
It's cold sore season. It's also, I guess it's also roof, probably.
Roof.
Who fucking knows what's in those cups? If he's grabbing random cups, yeah, it looks like beer, but could be fucking like I don't
Trust
even know.
the integrity of the wrestling community, I guess.
Or what if someone's like, oh man, I fucking haven't shit in weeks. Take the next slacks and enjoy some matches.
Yeah.
Do
Maybe,
that.
maybe Bill Cosby's giving him the beer.
Or that, dude, I'm saying, where were they? They were in Atlanta.
Got some pudding in my
Or
beer.
fucking, who's that guy? Jussie Smollett, right? Wasn't he in Atlanta, or was that a show?
That was the show.
That was a TV show.
All
Called
right.
Atlanta, though, right?
No, it was
Let's-
called Empire.
Let's
Oh,
get
well,
back
fuck
on
me.
track.
Let's watch wrestling. Yeah.
What
the fuck are we talking
Who's
about?
the winner here? Tag champs
AEW.
versus tag champs.
AEW.
Yeah,
AEW's on a
AEW.
clean fucking
AEW.
sweep 4-0. One throw-in before we get to the main event. Keith Lee comes out, and the finest, Kona Reeves. I looked away, and the match was over. Diamond Dijakovac says, I'm not done with you, though, when he comes back. Do you think it's okay if that feud continues?
After that match, sure, I'm okay with another one.
Now I feel like they're gonna bro down. They're gonna be like a tag team.
Yeah, I don't know why Brian's saying that, because that's the stupidest idea ever.
Dumb,
Why?
Brian? You're
You
That's what they
already have
do.
a Frankenstein tag champs, and
So?
one of them is a singles champ. Why the
Okay.
fuck would he join a tag team with his main opponent? You're an idiot.
No, that's what they
Dumb.
always do.
He's a
They
champion. He's a
no
champion.
enemies become friends. Look at fucking Rocky and Apollo. Get the fuck out of here. Don't play Vince Russo.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
You can play him. He's good.
All right,
They're not. They're not.
not happening. Not happening, bro.
All right. Talk to me in about a let's see, month or so.
All right. Main event.
Wait.
Belly to back suplex.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Wait.
Ciampa.
Oh, I did not mention the Ciampa promo earlier with
Ciampa.
Austin
Nice
Theory. I
job.
forgot.
Nice.
That's the other thing I got to round out. Ciampa interrupts Austin Theory. It's going to be a match next week.
Ciampa.
He took his frustration out on him. Austin Theory, we popped for the new entrance, but he didn't get to do much more. Ciampa says he knows why he did it to Gargano, trying to sell the feud, but this is Ciampa just doing the same thing. I'm not tired of it, but I expected something more.
I don't know what more you could expect at that moment. Him going in there to cut his promo when he won. What was weird to me, that's two interruptions for in-ring promos we had in one night. I'm not trying to be petty there, but
Yeah, but one was an attack, the other let him finish.
well, sure. But the fact that he was like, not tonight, boy, not tonight.
Seemed very heelish to me.
I mean, he is very.
Well,
heelish.
he's selling the intensity. Johnny just fucked him out of Goldie. He's got to be intense. It was intense, not heelish.
So I
know.
You don't know what a
No,
fucking
no,
heel
no.
is
What are you
to
talking
begin
about?
with.
He beat up Austin Theory. He's a fucking
Hey,
young up-and-comer.
Brian.
That's what I'm saying.
Tommaso
Yeah.
Ciampa,
Yeah.
healer face.
Judging by tonight, fucking heel.
But,
So-
but Johnny's the fucking heel here.
Johnny just went full fucking heel
That's
to
what I'm
screw him
saying.
over.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why this doesn't really make sense, because why is he
It's a
attacking
battle
Austin
over
Theory?
who's going to be
I
heel in
understand.
your mind.
No. I understand he wants to get his message across. You aren't even fucking listening. He wants to get his message across, but he's attacking someone that is seemingly rookie. He's a young upstart, the NXT audience. So Ciampa attacking him, yeah, that's a fucking heel move.
the thing.
Stike says Austin Theory is going to be made into a star next week in the ring with Ciampa. Rob, what do you think about that one?
I don't doubt that at all. Austin Theory, of course, he's very Lance Stormish, where he's very, very, very good in the ring. He's a very good-looking guy. You look at him and think, man, he's going to be a star, and then the personality falls a little flat. So he might have a match next week that just blows his name up. But
He's got to earn that character, get the connection with the audience.
I still haven't
Nobody
seen
did it better. I can't remember which one of you said it. I think it was Brian, but I'm always bad at this. Check the tape. The best connection anyone ever made with that audience, Mick Foley. He made you get into him or believe. I don't remember which one of you said it. I don't know why you're looking at each other and not taking credit.
You saying the NXT audience?
No, any audience. When you want a connection to a character and believe and get into it, I mean, I felt like I was celebrating with him. I didn't feel like that when HBK got his boyhood dream, but I felt the connection with Mick. I was like, oh my God, he's king of the mountain. That's amazing. What a story. I don't know. Talking out my ass, I guess, because neither one of you gives a fuck.
we're waiting for you to move on.
Fuck you, Robert.
Bang Bus on the board. Adam's best. That y'all don't think Roddy versus didn't blow him up or didn't watch Christmas?
I watched, but we didn't have a show because it was Christmas. Never talked about it. Check the tape. Well,
And-
there's no tape to check.
And Bus wants to know what the fuck does Mick have to do with
That's why we were over quiet. Like, why are you bringing up fucking Mick?
I was talking about you
No,
have to
don't
make
don't
a
don't go back
connection.
into it. Don't go back
He's
into
gonna
it.
say, no, one of you
Whatever.
guys thought of it originally.
Main event
next
time. Cody versus Wigwam in a cage.
Warsaw.
Velveteen versus
Warlock.
Roddy. I want to start with the NXT side.
Let's.
First off, Rob said this during the match, and he had me convinced. He said, no way this ends clean, because that would make it a blow-off. Then what the fuck happens? It ends clean.
Now you're misquoting me. I said if
Okay, I might be.
it's a blow off if Velveteen gets pinned clean. But if Roddy gets pinned clean, then Velveteen can play the whole, yeah, I beat you, now I'm taking your family angle. And it just drives the anger and the emotion in the storyline even more to a bigger setting and a bigger match.
See, I thought maybe him pinning Roddy clean is so that he can go on to Cole. Who's taking on Cole?
I mean,
We got to go to Tampa with an opponent for Cole.
you know what? I think you need Roddy to kind of get the ring rust off of.
Well, that was evident tonight.
That was
You
evident.
think he really has ring rust?
A little bit.
Did you watch the match?
Not really. I was watching the cage
He did
match
not
with
look
Warsaw.
as crisp as he's been.
Yeah. Look, no hate. We all love Velveteen, but it was a little rusty. So this obviously is not over, and I think that's the best possible case scenario here. It's a good match for what it was. Roddy without a belt kind of leaves consequence behind. Like, what? I don't know. I'm not making much sense here. I get it. It was
The
good.
only thing that I can make sense is that Velveteen is Cole's next opponent. And
Gotta
that's
be.
why you had him beat Roddy here. He extends the feud by having the undisputed beatdown.
You know, for me, I guess for me, what it was is it didn't seem like if you'd been talking about my wife and my children, nonstop for an entire week, I would be coming in that room ready to fucking destroy you, and the whole match would be just grudge. And I did not get that vibe from what they were not telling me that story in the ring. They weren't.
Could it be Finn that faces Cole?
No,
I mean,
because you have Charlotte going. Main roster taking over.
I don't know. I know that when you talk, you always make me change the level.
No, you turn me down like extremely low. I don't know why.
No, I have you to the fucking max, motherfucker. Because you talk so goddamn
Hey, you're the
low.
one that has the
All right,
board.
AEW.
Fucking take care of your shit.
AEW.
On the AEW side, we see it. Stike already stole my comment, but I said it on hot mic, so I got you there first. Tape. The cage looked like a combo of a cell and a cage. It went all the way down to the floor instead of just the apron like a WWE cage.
Yeah. And
And
the
it
big truss units on the sides and on the
Right.
corners.
Big
Yeah.
ones.
It looked like a nice little combo. We saw a lot of it. We saw Cody fall between the cage and the apron. We saw us get his legs stuck. We saw a lot of good spots. My favorite was probably when Arn got the best of MJF. Not once, but twice.
Twice.
I like that because I was worried that Arn was going to be the one taking bumps.
I like old girl wearing some booty shorts. I like that part.
Oh, yeah, Brandy.
Yeah.
I like blood. There was blood.
There was blood. Look,
Lots of blood.
this was a match that we were all kind of, I guess, crossing our fingers that it would be good because we haven't seen Wardlow do anything in the ring yet.
Well, his debut, he lost.
That's not a big deal, Adam. It's not a big deal for people to lose their debut match. Came in there, he looked extremely strong. Cody had to do a double effort to try to get the guy, off his feet, that kind of thing. He hurt Cody in the portrayal anyway. Cody's bleeding. Obviously, the guy. It was a good fucking match, and it was a good debut for him.
Cody pulled a Sandman at one point, just killing himself with the blood.
Yeah, and he's a goon, and you knew that he was going to lose because you've got to carry on the feud here. It's just how does he lose? Does he lose by making Cody look like he had to have it? He had to win this to get the MJF. Yes, Cody did. He looked.
And jumping off up the top
I've
at
been
the end, that proves he had to have it.
Oh my God! Well, let's save that for its own fucking segment. But I've been complaining the whole time that Cody has not seemed obsessed about getting MJF because he's been on every fucking segment celebrating like it's nothing when he should be just in the back stewing over it. This does not eliminate everything I've said, but the way he wrestled in this match, the story that they told in this match, did show a level of desperation to get past Wardlow so he could have MJF.
Brian, I want to cut to you on this point because the board's talking about this. You made a comment on Hot Mic about it. Did you like the fact that this cage match had to be pin or submission instead of escape?
Yeah, that doesn't bother me because the whole point of it was that Wardlow can wear out Cody. You know, like this wasn't. That's why like it doesn't really bother me whether or not Wardlow wins or loses because ultimately the whole thing was that he was supposed to beat the shit out of Cody. That's really what I was kind of expecting. I didn't know that they were going to go as far as having blood.
Well, why not do that on the
TNT.
Go Home show then? He's supposed to beat the shit out of him because that's what the
I feel
story
like
you're
that's-
telling next week with Kenny Omega and Pac in a 30-minute Iron Man match. You're wearing down Kenny for his tag match.
Yeah, that is a little weird that they would do that on the Go Home next week. Yeah, it's next week.
Yeah, next week
next
is the
week
Go
would be the
Home
Go
show
Home.
for Revolution.
Sorry, I was just fixing your mic. The board's complaining about your mic.
About my
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear you.
So,
I've got you literally as high as it goes.
Soji on the YouTube live chat board saying again, Rob Wardlow could have brought more and he didn't. Cody selling saved the match. I disagree there. First off, fundamentals in wrestling is one guy sells to make the other guy look better, and I think Wardlow did everything he had to do and nothing more than he needed to do, make himself look like a beast, and then make Cody look desperate. I thought the story was fine. I don't know.
Did you make him look like a beast? And I agree
Why
with
not?
the
I mean,
board here.
The guy was flying out. Cody was flying off the fucking ropes, hitting him left and right. He wasn't going down. I mean, that's kind of.
But UConn says you should have done more to put him out. He did a crossroads and then he jumped off the top. That's great. But I don't know if you're gonna have a guy that's supposed to be built as a heavy
He kicked
lose
out of a
his
crossroads.
debut.
Kicked out of a crossroad.
He did.
That's Cody's finisher. He kicked out of Cody's finisher.
All
Cody
right.
had to go to the top of the Empire State Building and fucking swanton off that motherfucker to win the match. What more do you need him to do?
No,
Does he have to bring a fucking helicopter in there and shoot him with a goddamn 50 cal? I mean, what the fuck?
I would have liked to have seen him like a little bit more beat up. Like he climbed the cage after the match. Like he went back up there.
Oh, you mean
afterwards.
Cody's selling?
Yeah.
Well, their argument is that Wardlow wasn't doing enough.
No, their
No.
argument that Cody didn't do enough to put Wardlow away. That's their argument.
I think a 40-foot drop from the top of a cage, I think that's enough to put anybody away.
Well,
Agreed.
Rob, to round this topic out,
Yeah.
by your standards, it's tough to not say with the first ever cage match, a stipulation, the whole 9 yards, that even with the great feud and the fact that we all love Velveteen and Roddy, hard not to vote for AEW here.
Oh, the high spot from Cody wins if nothing else does.
Great moonsault.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go AEW easily.
I really didn't think that he was gonna do it off of that. I thought maybe like a crossbody. I thought that would have been more fucking expected, but no,
Yeah.
man.
Look, I thought NXT was overwhelmingly was underwhelming tonight, I should say. I mean, just coming off of Portland, I thought it would be a little bit more in your face. I felt like they pulled the gears back a little bit on
Start to do something toward Tampa.
Some-
They didn't do anything.
It's
yeah,
just kind of like a hangover.
Yeah,
It-
if,
it-
if
Portland.
a hangover is a great way to say it.
yeah, absolutely. Little jet lag.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, something was not quite right. They didn't bring the heat, and AEW fucking did. I mean, we're going to talk about who won Wednesday next, but guess what? It's fucking 5-0.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and again, to the point, like I just said, with AEW, you say they bring the heat, and I agree that it had been brought in, right?
it has been brought.
But I think that they left a lot of opportunity out there that they didn't capitalize on. I thought the Moxley and Cobb match should have been so much more than it was. But yes, overall, they brought the heat. Good women's division match, good tag battle royal.
Good setup for the division, not just the match.
Yeah, good tag team championship match. Fucking great ending cage match with a good story involved. You got Arn Anderson involved in it. You got Cody Rhodes and some booty Cody Rhodes. Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, which one do you like,
Yeah.
Rob?
Brandy
Little
Rhodes and
Freudian
some,
slip there.
and some booty shorts. I mean, look, AEW wins Wednesday. This Wednesday.
I agree.
This Wednesday.
There's no argument. It's not even close this week. Like you said, hangover, jet lag, whatever the words you want to use. Board, get it ready. Marked Out Awards and Pettytown.
Real quick before you do the awards, Adam, I just want to bring up MarkedOutGear.com, our personal apparel site, MarkedOutGear.com. Go there, find yourself a onesie, a T-shirt, one of our signature series shirts. You put in the promo code Marked Out, all one word, 10% off your order. You can also go to collarandelbowbrand.com, collarandelbowbrand.com. Get yourself some sweatpants like Brian wears every day, all
every
day.
fucking Monday,
all
every
day.
Wednesday.
That's his fancy gear.
Mhm.
Sunday best. And get yourself something there, Marked Out, one word, and the promo code, you get 10% off for that one as well. And don't forget to download the Hot Mic. Go to your app store, your Play Store, download Hot Mic. Put in the invite code, Marked Out, all one word, and then join us Monday night as we do live commentary to Monday Night Raw. And then we do our post show, obviously, here on YouTube Live, Twitch Live, or following the next day on Podbean, iTunes, any of your podcast providers.
And don't just do that. Do what Rocky on the board said. He said when you go onto YouTube, smash that share button.
Smash it.
Yes.
Smash it. Share us everywhere.
means
Twitter,
fuck- that means fuck
IG,
now.
everywhere.
Well, don't fuck
don't
it.
fuck
Don't
the
fuck your
button.
computer.
Don't fuck your computer.
Pound it like old people do, which isn't fucking.
I don't know.
Go to Pound Town.
My marked out moments, I'm going to kick it off for NXT. Keith Lee squashing Kona Reeves. If there was something to mark out about
Bask in his glory.
Bask in his glory and Kona, I'm not a fan. Glad you got squashed. On the other side, yeah, the moonsault was great, but I picked MJF when Arn took it to him. Not once, but twice.
Yeah.
He no-sold the chair shots from Brandy, but he didn't have a choice selling from Arn. Rob.
My marked out moment for NXT was Bianca coming in and interrupting the match, specifically when she was like, I'm going to let y'all finish. I thought that was fucking great. Marked out for AEW. I don't know how you could say anything other than Cody Rhodes at the high spot, man. Coming off the top of the cage, that was insane.
Mika Meats joining.
Hey, Mika.
Brian, as I go to you for your marked out, Soji's asking, what do you think of Shima joining Dark Order? LOL.
Did he really actually join?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, he didn't.
That's why he said
take a
LOL.
mask. Yeah.
What's your marked out?
My marked out. Hard to argue. Fucking Cody doing the moonsault off the top. I thought that was a great exclamation point on an already awesome episode. And then for NXT,
You got nothing?
man,
Wow. Another great color man in the
yeah,
business.
yeah.
Nothing in NXT make you mark out at
I'll
all?
save you by going to the board.
No, man, I was really a lot of my focus was on AEW.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
Fair
I
enough.
gotta be honest.
Mika Meach says he marked out for the super kick to Sammy. That was from Darby, I believe.
That was good. Yeah.
Wardlow's theme song was pretty badass. Marked out for Bang Bus. Bianca promo in the middle of the match. AEW actually having a women's match that was good. Those are both from Kashmir.
Okay.
Stike says Darby for AEW, telling what he was going to do to Sammy with the flashcards, and NXT was Bianca. And then Vile Yukon marked out Wardlow's Tornado F5.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool.
I like how he stepped into it and he didn't go down. He just fucking just.
But I thought everybody said he didn't do enough, so, you know.
Bang Bus is naming it the F10.
W10.
Isn't that a Chevy? Ford? No, it's
Chevy?
Ford.
It's F1.
Chevy Chevalier.
Is there an S10?
Chevy.
I don't know.
Yeah, let it go.
Chevy. It's Chevy and
Moving on.
Chevy Chase.
Let's go to Brian.
Chevy
he never
Chakers.
gets to kick off the Petty Town.
What?
Last stop, Petty
Oh.
Town. Wow.
Petty
Fuck
Town.
my
Me
mic.
popping the mic. Petty Town. Last stop. I mean, you know what? NXT. They did have a capacity crowd tonight. Bianca even said it. She was like in her promo. She said, "You don't even go here," pointing out the fact that it is indeed a university. It is a school. And the fact that WWE continues to have a show live here is just insanity to me. They're making all this fucking money in Saudi Arabia.
Late marked out. Sklenar said moonsault off the cage in his home fucking town. And the Spot Fest on the Tag Team Battle Royal. Don't hate me. That's from Soji.
Yeah.
Says, don't hate me, Rob. Rob, what's your Petty Town? Last stop.
Petty Town for NXT is going to be Velveteen, looking a little rusty tonight. A little bit rusty. Sorry.
That's mine. I wrote the same thing. So
Petty
can't
Town
disagree with you.
moment for AEW was the Butcher's substance abuse.
Oh my
Obviously
God.
had him blown up in that match.
Oh my God. Yeah, during the entire match, Rob just kept saying, "Oh, the Butcher looks like he's like drunk or something." I'm like, well, actually, no, he lives a
I
straight
said
edge
he was
lifestyle.
blown up.
In no way in hell did I say that. I said he looks like the kind of guy who just wants to have a beer and a Marlboro Red.
Yeah,
That's
and I
what
said, actually, no, he doesn't smoke or drink. Hasn't for a very long time.
Cool.
I think he's on record saying that he tried it when he was a kid. But
Great. Petty Town for me.
Shit flow.
I agree with Velveteen's ring rust on Rob on NXT. And Petty Town for AEW. Mox, you're supposed to be selling some moves, and you're fixing a fucking eye patch.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I hope you get the title and we can lose the eye patch. On the board, Pettytown for Vile Yukon. Not much coordination with the Battle Royal, hence the heroin spots.
Yeah.
Cody walking in front of Brandy wearing booty shorts. That's petty for Mika Meach. Pettytown for AEW. I'm sorry, but the Young Bucks winning. And NXT, I give it to Velveteen, Stike says. Soji, Britt Baker on commentary, and no escape stipulation. Come on. Last one, Kashmir. Sammy was ringside for the tag team battle royal, but he needed a ticket to sit ringside for Cobb and Moxley.
Right.
Oh, we got more. Sklenner, all the security to break up the women's promo on AEW seems so out of place. No, Big Swole was going crazy.
Yeah, plus, I mean, you need fucking Atlas security there.
Pettytown for AEW, nothing. NXT, the whole product, it's stale. Same thing every week. Can't even sell out a college and get the students tickets for free.
Come on.
I didn't
That's
say
from that is from Bang Bus.
Yeah, that makes it even more credible.
I didn't say it.
You're fired. All right, closing it down here. Final thoughts, fellas, and some plugs. We will be back on Monday. When I say we, that's me and Rob, because Brian's here on Friday doing the All Elite Hour. Rob and I will be back here for Monday. We'll do SmackDown reaction as an afterthought, but we will cover all of Raw. Brian and I will be on Hot Mic on Monday.
Fucking A, we will.
Use the invite code MARKEDOUT when you sign up. Go to the events. Go to wrestling. Like us, subscribe us, whatever, so that you can get the thing. Get the alerts every time we go on. Wow. And don't forget, we are going to do Revolution on Hot Mic. Cannot wait for that. That's going to be the first AEW one we do on Hot Mic. A lot of fun there.
A lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
You guys got any final thoughts before I close this bitch down?
The most interesting story in NXT right now is what is Bianca going
to you? I mean, my most interesting story right now is who's going to fight Cole.
Sure,
because I'm curious where they go with this.
Okay. I was talking about more or less, what they're actually kind of teasing as possibilities.
Okay.
Cole's kind of flapping in the wind this week, but sure. Okay.
Do you think Bianca shows up on Monday to go after Charlotte?
That's a big step.
I mean, if not, there's really not that much hype about it.
I think it's appropriate, but I think they're going to use Charlotte for NXT.
And Jay is joining late to tell you, Rob, that Bloomberg got his ass handed to him. Good.
Oh, I can't wait.
Good.
I'm going to watch it.
Final thoughts for Bang Bus. Do y'all think Darby and Mox will face Cobb and Sammy for the go-home show? That's too much WWE booking. I hope not. You just featured all your tag teams. Don't do a tag team match with single guys that are about to fight. Final thoughts. AEW is great, and NXT, this is the norm for them because they don't usually have a big show following TakeOver. That's fair.
Yeah.
But you're in a WrestleMania season you could have built for Tampa on some level. On some level.
Hey, my quick final thought. Go join the AEW All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group. Go do that. Free. It's fun.
Brian is a moderator. He's the worst moderator of the group, but there's some other really good moderators.
Why do you say that?
I just don't like you.
I want to tease something.
I like the rest of them more, and I don't even know them.
Monday night during our expanded awards, we're going to do something a little different. For our Pink Slip Award, we're going to actually each individually fire a person that on a Pink Slip.
What do you mean?
Like one of us?
Like we're going to
vote each other off?
We are going to individually. You're going to fire that person. I want to give the Pink Slip to.
So I fire Adam.
No. Like if Natty is the person you give the Pink Slip to, you're gonna have to fire Natty. We want to hear how you fire Natty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're the HR person.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
We're Canyon Seaman.
Yeah.
I like that because
Steven Canyon.
A little kayfabe, brother. I've been forced as part of my never-ending growing job title. I've been forced to fire a lot of people, so I would probably have a good speech prepared. My Pink Slip.
So we're gonna fire people Monday.
We're gonna fire them.
That's exciting.
Can we also, like, the winner gets to fire a former host or something like?
Former?
Yeah, we'll see.
That could be fun. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back Monday on Hot Mic. We will be back on YouTube Friday with the All Elite Hour. Back again Monday for Rawsome. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Go to your gate, Brian.
Markedout Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Please, listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.